It's the Inappropriate Guys with Joe and Tim.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Season 2.
Season 2, baby.
Season 2.
Only took us, how long? 14 years, I think.
For the 13 or 14 years. First they brought back Roseanne, then they brought back Murphy Brown. Now they've brought back the Inappropriate Guys.
Well.
In a day and age where everything anyone has ever done is declared inappropriate by people on the internet, we have decided to bring back the Inappropriate Guys.
The most inappropriate show. So wait, we're doing what like movies have done, where they're just rehashing the same thing because they have no new ideas. We don't have a new idea.
No, it's the same exact format. No, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Well, perfect.
Same exact format, same exact characters.
So 15 people who've listened to us, we'll know who we are.
Yeah, and the new ones, in this day and age, I think they're ready for us. I think they're finally ready for us.
All right, well, I'm Joe. This is my voice. You'll learn it. You'll realize how bad I am. And
I'm Tim, and you'll get used to my voice.
And his enunciation.
And my... You'll know I'm about to say something really, really funny when I speed up.
Yeah, okay.
So, I do think they nowadays they have the podcast setting where you can put it at half speed. I would suggest just toggling between full speed and half speed depending on who's delivering a joke.
Okay.
So,
do we have to have like a cue sound every time something happens? It's just cue to slow it down?
Yeah, it would be the first interactive podcast.
Excellent. So I want to start right away by plugging ourselves.
How are you?
We have to plug something already.
Our MySpace page, is that still active?
Okay, so great. You're getting right to it. First of all, if you want to send us hate mail, because we love hate mail. We do love hate mail. We have our hate mail set up. It is email us at angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Ooh, how did we get angry hate mail?
I am a genius. That's how.
Did you have that? So what happened? As soon as Gmail opened, you signed up for angry hate mail?
It's like, ooh, that's what I need.
I don't know how I'm going to be famous in what field, but I know they're going to be very angry with me. So I'm going to register this generic angry hate mail account at Gmail. I'm going to sit and wait.
Yeah. So, so email us at...
How many times did you have to... people
try?
No, people trying to buy it from you, like the guy who made the female reboot of Ghostbusters. Did he try and buy that website from you?
No.
Or?
So I actually just got lucky. I was like, no, it's not going to exist, and I typed in and it existed. So I was like, that's it. It's done. It's ours. So email us for all your complaints at angryhatemail@gmail.com. We will respond accordingly.
On the air.
The
best way to respond.
Yeah. I mean, we might email you back too. Might just be like a dick pic or something. No? All right, so what do you got? Tell me, what's your story?
Well, I mean, if we're going right into it...
No, we always used to go right into it.
Well, in that case, and I think this is appropriate for the return of the Inappropriate Guys, a study has shown that stupid people are loud and proud.
Oh, so they reviewed our old show.
According to science, the most outspoken people know the least but think they know the most.
Who are the test subjects?
A new study shows that people with the most extreme opinions are usually the most uninformed on the subject.
So, this is really describing me right now.
We're not. This could be anybody in the listening audience. It could be anybody in this room right now.
All right. So was this like an actual study? Was this like a college or was it? What was this? What was this based on?
So researchers focused on the subject of genetically modified foods.
So the
foods are almost unanimously
it's a great start.
Unanimously considered safe to eat, and they offer a wide range of benefits to farmers and food products. So 88% of scientists back them. However, they found that only 37% of the general American population consider them to be safe.
Wait. Hold on. 37% of the people...
So 88% of scientists think there's no problem with genetically modified food, but only 37%.
Oh, because you're brainwashed.
Well, that's...
Everybody's brainwashed.
Researchers concluded that these people suffer from an illusion of knowledge. Though it was clear.
Illusion of knowledge.
Ooh, it's the prestige. Here's my illusion of knowledge.
This is exactly how I am.
This is
whatever comes in my head. Oh yeah, I believe that.
Though it was
Well, okay, wait.
Though
What
it
do you
was clear
believe?
that the extreme opinions were cultivated from almost zero information, the subjects firmly believed that they knew the most.
Okay, so what do you believe?
About genetically modified foods?
Yeah.
Or just my
No,
general
I want to hear your opinion. I want to
illusion
hear
of
our
knowledge.
difference. No. Well, we all know we're both full of ourselves, but what's the
Genetically modified food is very beneficial
I
to
think
society.
Why does it sound like you're reading off a cue card? It's like the General Food Administration. Like
Our new sponsor,
Yeah,
Monsanto.
yeah.
That's brought to you by Monsanto.
Okay, well, I think it's fine too. Wow, this might be weird. We're agreeing on something on the first.
Yeah, no, because we
show.
in order to get the tomatoes as red as people want them, in order to get the
Because have you seen what grows in your garden? What it looks like?
Oh, I wouldn't eat that. If
Yeah,
I didn't
I
grow it
wouldn't eat it
myself,
either.
if I went over for someone's, hey, we're having a little salad.
And there's like a hole in it. No.
Yeah, it's a sideways tomato.
No,
yeah, how
no,
do you
no.
even, a square tomato or, yeah.
Well, so, well, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with all the chemicals you want to pump in my body. I think it's made me a better human being.
Well, it could make you a worse human being.
This
So-
is very true. Yeah. So speaking of making us worse or better, since most of all of our listeners have not heard the first season. It was done 12 to 14 years ago, depending on where you picked up.
When we started and when we ended.
Yeah. And we had a website that was radiojt.com. Okay. Now, Tim, I want you to pull up what radiojt.com is.
Oh, no.
At this very moment. And I need to hear your reaction. We were very offensive people.
The Cumulus What Women Want Expo?
So, when you now search for Radio JT on Google, you come up with what women want.
Cumulus Media, which is they own a bunch of radio stations across the country.
Yeah.
And feature your business at the What Women Want Expo. Wow.
Choke up on the mic.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
So-
what women want.
Is it us?
We
They want
are
us?
what
we are
women
what
want.
women. Is this finally?
This is what it is. That's what you get now.
Wow, you get a What Women Want Expo if you go to radiojt.com, meaning women want us.
And they purchased it right after us. So they were searching for it. They listened to our show, absolutely loved it, and said, we need that .com.
You think they would have hired us?
You'd think we would have been on one of their shows.
They just wanted the website so they could use it to...
or it's the opposite. They wanted to steal it and take it so that that we could never be on the air again.
Maybe that was it. They figured...
What women want is for Radio JT to be off the air.
that's one.
Now, we don't know our .com yet, so we can't plug our .com.
What about our Twitter handle?
We don't have one either. This is all new. We have hate mail. That's all we need right now.
All we need is hate mail? Okay.
Yeah. So, well, okay. So with that said, internet's changed a lot. Everybody actually sends hate mail now versus when we were doing it, nobody knew about us and no one sent us hate mail.
I mean, I think Twitter is basically just one giant hate mail service these days. I mean, let's just,
Wait, so YouTube comments and Twitter?
I mean, in the old days, if you had a problem with a celebrity, you had to go, you had to get a piece of paper, you had to find an agent, or you had to send it to the, I don't like Roseanne. So you'd send it to the main mailbox at ABC and hope that somehow it forwarded to her. And nowadays, everyone has a Twitter handle. You just mention them. So, I don't like this joke
that's
you
right.
told.
So we need a Twitter.
We need a Twitter to have instantaneous, so somebody's listening to the episode.
Yeah. We need a Twitter.
At 13 minutes into episode 1, season 2.
Yeah. You know what? In fact, we'll since we have technology on our side, go to @InappropriateJT. There you go. That's our Twitter. We'll create one for you. We'll plug it in. Okay, so what's the rest of your goodness? I'm plowing through here.
Wow, you're plowing. So speaking of what women want, apparently the women
not me
who work in Amsterdam's red light district want the tourists to go away.
Wait. Like the actual stripping in the glass?
The actual hookers in the glass windows.
What are they afraid of?
The Amsterdam's working girls say crowds of selfie-snapping tourists have been horning in on their turf, mugging for photo ops in front of their red light zone windows. And they're driving off paying patrons and putting the women at risk of unwanted social media exposure.
Wait. So the girls who professionally and willingly expose themselves do not want exposure.
Well, I guess they're maybe their family and friends don't know that they're a hooker in Amsterdam, and they're also saying that the true perverts, they're being scared away because now
so they want
not only are the hookers in the window, the pictures, I guess, are the clients.
Oh, so if I'm like horny Joe and I'm coming up to them and knocking on the glass,
and you want to hire them, you might have a bus full of people from China.
That's true.
With their cameras taking pictures. Oh, look at this guy going to hire this hooker.
You know what? That's right. That would scare me away. If I really just wanted a sleazy little hooker.
Yeah, so women want radiojt.com. And they also want all the tourists to go away when they're trying to be hookers.
You know what? Maybe we should do a live from Amsterdam.
Have you been to Amsterdam before?
I have not. You have, though.
I have been to Amsterdam. I was there twice. The first time I was there during the day.
Were you a tourista?
I did not make it to the red light district the first time. I did make it there the second time. And it's absolutely surreal because it really is just these thin alleyways.
But are they like dirty, nasty area, or is it clean? Is it like
the area itself is clean? It's a little narrow. It literally is a district. It's probably a little triangle or so, and you have little alleyways and you have a main strip, and all the front of the buildings are windows.
Mm-hmm.
They have red lights inside of the windows, so the girls, you can't really tell, if they're diseased. I don't want to use that word, but I mean if they
you wouldn't, I would.
If they had something going on their face, or they were caked on in makeup, or if they were wearing a wig, you can't really tell because of the lighting. And they literally hang out in the window, and if they have a customer, they close the shades, and you see there's a bed, and there's a tub, and there's a sink. So the tourists go through, and then there's people who are
Could we do a show in glass and people watch us do it?
Oh. We'd probably have to pay the girl her rate.
Yeah, but that
if
would
we're
be
in there podcasting, then she's not in there servicing.
If you're going through and then there's like naked girl, and then
just
like
two idiots in headphones and microphones just sitting there.
Sponsor us at our blank Twitter account.
So the interesting thing though, after you go through it, and some of these women look like they would be good looking, and again, it's hard to tell because of the lighting and the makeup.
It's dark, it's red.
Yes, light. And then some of these women are like the matronly looking, like when you watch those old fashioned Wild West shows, and they have this like big bosomy, matronly looking hooker.
What do they look like now? Are they just emaciated?
Well, they're still there. No, so they have the European looking, and then they have these matronly looking.
Okay.
So you leave the hooker district, but you still have there's a lot of head shops, and there's a lot of sex shows. So,
okay.
So apparently the sex shows, maybe they open up late. So you're walking down, and there's sex show, and you get to one of them, and the line was so long.
Was it cheap?
It went past the next sex show. I don't know. I didn't go in.
Oh, so
I don't know.
What's the point of the story if we can't get the punchline?
The point of the story, the punchline is, how good is this sex show that you'll wait on a line that goes so far past the next sex show, instead of just being like, let's just go into this one. They're like, no, we need to be, this is the sex show, and we're going to wait online down the block past the next sex show. So people actually
get online, but what is the sex? Is it just to see the window? What is there to see?
No, this is separate. This is a live sex show. So you have
to go like inside?
And I guess it's like a theater, and then there's a live sex show.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, apparently the line of people down the block disagree with you.
So why do the girls not like when the tourists come then? That's money.
Well, because that's a different district.
So they're separate.
So you walk through the hooker district to get to the sex show district.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, with knowing that.
Now that I've walked the listeners and my co-host through their trip to Amsterdam, it's almost like you've been there. You might as well just stamp your passport.
Listen, I can smell the vagina already.
Oh, God. There's a big canal going through the middle of it.
Wait.
So you're not
Are they
far
shaven
off.
or are they bushy?
They're not naked in the windows. They're in lingerie.
Whoa. Hold on.
Yes.
We need to stop the timer. What the hell is the point if they're not naked?
Well, if you want to see them naked, you gotta hire them.
But wasn't that the whole point of the red district? Is the girls with their boobs out, so you know what you were paying for before you paid for it?
I don't recall. Maybe a boob or two. Definitely not full nudity. There might have been a boob or two, but I recall.
Boob? Is it like
I recall
Chernobyl?
very, very skimpy lingerie. I do not recall. Definitely not full nudity. Maybe some boobs, but I don't think so.
Well, now I don't want to go to Amsterdam anymore. You just ruined everybody's experience for wanting to go to Amsterdam.
You asked one too many questions, Joe, and now instead of a visual walking tour,
very educational show.
Do you need to take a break, Joe? You're going to be able to recover from this?
We're gonna come back from a break.
Joe needs to regroup. I need to regroup. Apparently, regroup. Yeah. He was in the middle of gooping, and then he found out they weren't naked in the window
anymore.
So
what's the point?
He has to regroup now, which is just putting the goop back in.
The chubby, and then that's sad. All right, we'll be back after this. Hello, we're back from our little break.
We're back. Joe is recovered from finding out that they do, in fact, wear covered. There's not just blatant full frontal nudity as you're walking down the street.
That's the image you're supposed to have. Red light district, naked ladies. Well, I'm upset. Move on.
So, moving on. We've now come back, obviously, looking for that internet fame, which is just eluded so many, yet just captured, just the best of the best. I mean, who could forget the Cash Me Outside? And all
right.
these. You just have all these people.
Yeah.
There was some girl,
memes. They're called memes. There was old fuck. Internet memes.
Well, no, because then she went on to record a rap album, and now
she got famous.
Then there's the girl who apparently was caught dipping her chicken fingers in like Coke.
Wait, what?
At the U.S. Open, and she just recorded an album or a song.
This is weird.
Yeah, no. So this is a new thing now. Is people trying
stupid people getting famous on the internet.
They do something stupid for
shit,
and then they try and turn
ago.
it into fame. So apparently, this a man from Vancouver, Washington, posted a video on Instagram showing himself jumping off the 11th floor balcony of a Royal Caribbean cruise ship.
And did he survive?
He did survive. He wasn't seriously injured, but said he could barely walk for 3 days afterwards.
Well, I've had girls I've been with that were like that. Oh, ring-a-ding-ding. Okay,
wow.
Anyway. So he couldn't walk. Did he land on his ass? What happened?
Well, his main damage apparently was financially. He was kicked off the cruise in the Bahamas, had to shell $200 off a plane ticket.
Oh,
so it was a 10-second. Now he's banned for life. Friends are banned for life.
His friends are banned for what? Is there like a mafia?
You don't mess with the Royal Caribbean, man.
The Royal Caribbean mafia.
No, yeah, they're coming after your friends, your family. Yeah, you've had to think twice before you,
You come
6
to the
degrees
Caribbean.
of separation.
Come to the Caribbean.
No, not
we'll
you.
kick
not
you
you.
off.
Now you're your neighbor.
It's just shut down everybody. Okay, so
but he's saying he's claiming that he worries his reckless jump may inspire copycats. He says, I hope I don't inspire anybody else to do this because it's very dangerous. I mean, I don't think it's a joke.
I mean,
what do you think, Joe?
I think he's a joke.
I think he doesn't want to be the other video.
Well, exactly.
What if somebody get in a bikini?
Then they would watch his mark.
Bikini girl jumps off Royal Caribbean ship.
Actually,
and now no one
in
see
Amsterdam.
This. Well, yeah, I mean, Amsterdam, they could.
Amsterdam naked girls jumping.
Yes, and now he's the second video. Everyone's forgotten. They all want to watch the bikini girl jump 11 feet. So I don't think he cares about anyone's safety.
He doesn't. He wants to be number one.
If you want
he wants to be that YouTube hit.
Somebody jumping off the 11th floor of a cruise ship.
Is he going to rap about it?
You have to. Well, that's the next step. I guess we're going to have to worry about his.
We have to check in on other episodes.
We're going to have to check back to see.
We're going to have to see how his career.
His name is Nick
and
Native.
It's already working for him because we'll search him out and we'll get him on the show.
Nick Native of So
we'll have him call in.
That'll be the next stage of his.
Perfect.
And we can ask him and. Oh, that would be a very long interview.
Oh, that'd be great.
So what did you do while I jumped off the ship? And how long did it take you to?
No, I could ask him
about like 8 or 9 seconds. And what were you thinking during that? All right, and now was it wet in the water?
Well, now you're ruining our whole. That was our interview.
That's what I'm saying. How I mean, we could. I think we could almost guess his answers, and then.
All right. Well,
I would like to know about his testicles though. I feel like
did they say how he landed? Was it belly flop? Was it ass first? Face first?
I believe it was feet first.
So he like properly did it.
I'm watching the video right now.
Did he do like a?
He's wearing his bro shirt.
Did he do like a SWAT team like dive?
Okay, they don't actually have him hitting the water.
Oh, well then it's not even good. Fuck him. He doesn't even deserve to be on the show. We don't have video proof of him landing.
Well, we know. Well, if he flew away, I think that's even a better.
No, it could have been a net. I want to see that's impact. I
don't know. So maybe it is worth having you on the show because we need to know about
so we need
balls.
the detail.
We actually need the detail.
All right. Well, speaking on stupid people doing things, apparently.
Welcome to the Inappropriate guys.
Very nice. Send us mail at angryhatemail@gmail.com.
I still can't believe that you have that.
Great. Hey, I mean, if it fits, it ships.
So if nothing else, we could sell the domain name and
no, we don't have the domain. We just have the email, the Gmail account.
Well, that's what I mean. We could sell the email address and recoup our investment.
Okay, that's a good investment. There we go. We'll come out tens of dollars richer.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of stupid people out there, and
in here,
right now, the Bird Box Challenge. Have you heard of this?
Oh.
So
talking about this falls right in from
exactly.
We're moving down the chain of stupidity here, I guess.
Well, wow. These are also people I want to have on our show. We should really just try to get everybody we can now that we have a call-in option.
You know, they really would go on the show too because they're obviously desperate for fame. If you think it's a good idea to blindfold yourself,
and we're quality radio. No, we're not quality radio. Well, we're internet. Well,
is it quality in the way that like you go to like the supermarket and they have
the
like
quality
America's Best?
Yeah.
Like,
we're quality radio.
It's like the generic.
We're the generic brand radio.
We're the generic. So we're quality radio. So we're like the single ply toilet paper, and it's like quality. Yeah, wait, you never want to go to someone's house when they have quality, quality brand. If you have quality brand toilet paper, like you are not
the 1.5 ply.
You're going home with dingleberries. There's absolutely no question. You're not going to get any type of satisfaction out of quality. Yeah. If you spill something, they pull out the quality brand paper towels.
Who would be what would we be the quality brand for? Walmart? No, Walmart's high end.
Well, compared to us,
it has to be like a
Dollar General or something.
There you go, yeah. Dollar General.
We're the Dollar General of podcasts.
Oh my God!
Sponsor us, great. Instead of hanging up the little what are these things called? The
microphones?
No. The thing that blocks out the sound.
Soundproofing.
Yeah, so we can just use like all the quality brand tissue paper that from Dollar General.
Great.
So instead that'll be the sponsorship.
They'll take a bunch of paper towel rolls and just put it around.
Yeah, we'll just make little forts to soundproof the attic. Did we announce?
Oh my God!
Season 2
don't even know this.
from an attic.
Okay, we're live from the attic.
We're out of
Joe
the basement,
and Tim,
and we're in the attic. I can see sunlight right now.
And I can see your neighbors' rooftops. And
I can see a church.
There's a bird in the church. This is quality radio. Radio. Okay.
For some reason, the jokes just seem a little dirtier in the sunlight. I kind of missed the basement. You just felt like.
Well, at least my ass is facing you now a little bit more. It's like old times. So the Bird Box Challenge.
Okay, sorry. For those who don't know.
Okay, so if you don't have Netflix and your cousin doesn't have Netflix, or your estranged neighbor doesn't have Netflix that you use it off of, there's a movie called Bird Box. I actually haven't watched it yet. I know the premise though. I know you're blindfolded and it's a movie that you can't look at something because you'll die or whatever. The point is, it's now a challenge of what can you do blindfolded. So. Headlines today. Monday, according to the Layton Police Department, the Bird Box Challenge while driving. Predictable result. The police tweeted along with a photo of 2 mangled cars. How stupid do you have to be?
Did they have the picture of the people with the blindfolds? Are the blindfolds taken into evidence? Were they?
I mean, let me. Oh my God. It gets worse. I'm sorry. I'm scrolling now and I'm realizing there's weightlifting blindfolded now is a thing too. Okay.
Wait, what kind of weightlifting? I mean, like dumbbells? I mean,
wait. Okay.
Joe, it is possible to exercise without looking at yourself.
You don't have a mirror? You don't want to look at your crotch while you're doing lunges?
I don't know why you think that's like, oh my God, this person is.
Well, that's how I work out.
Yeah.
One.
No, it's everyone else in the gym who's blindfolded when you're in there, Joe. That's what happens.
You don't like the sound? Is it too much in your
ear?
No,
I don't. Are you going to need the quality brand toilet paper soon? It sounds like you're
the quality brand
one
weights. It's just like milk jugs on a broomstick.
Basically. That is our radio show.
That is many of the things we've done in life. We had a band. Don't even bother with that. Okay, so the Bird Box Challenge, basically it was a 17-year-old girl. Ooh. 17-year-old girl driving with a 16-year-old passenger. I like how they don't name the passenger.
Well, because they're underage, so they probably have to. Did they name the girl?
No, she's unnamed. Damn it! We need to get her on the show. Okay, so the Bird Box Challenge, she basically followed what other people were doing and took it to the next degree. I think she won. That's it. You win by dying or crashing a car.
Well, what about those people who used to do the what was it, the In My Feelings challenge?
What the hell is that? I've never heard of that.
The song was Drake In My Feelings. I think it was the Kiki challenge or something, where they would get out of a moving car and they would dance next to the car.
Oh, that's what that was a challenge?
Yeah, somebody
people like got injured.
Yeah. They would just get out of they would get out of the moving car.
Stupid fucks.
And they would dance next to the car, and then they would have to jump back into the car. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Netflix responded, and
by raising everyone's rates.
by putting out more ads for Bird Box.
You think the 15 people who actually pay to subscribe would be able to keep the place afloat? Because
I swear to God, there's not many people I know that actually pay for their own.
No, I don't. Yeah,
yeah. There's nobody.
That's the millennial divorce. The millennial divorce is who gets to keep
password
the Netflix
changed?
password. Yeah,
and if it changes, that affects everybody. And everybody's got to call in.
That's the real thing. If you're in a relationship and they haven't changed the Netflix password, there's a chance to get back together. But once they change that Netflix password, it's over. Yeah, no, they're with somebody else. Yeah, you don't even have to know.
Don't
honey. Bother.
You're not getting your fucking password anymore for Netflix.
Yep. Don't bother checking their Instagram or Twitter. Don't try and stalk them. Just log into Netflix in a second.
Pull their account.
No, you won't be able to.
No. I'm saying that's the way you find out you're broken up with. You pull their Netflix.
And you see they're watching like Love Actually, so they're with someone else.
Oh, you're taking it the other way. You're taking it as in they're Netflix and chilling with somebody else.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can figure out if someone's cheating.
It starts with Netflix and chilling, and then once it goes from Netflix chilling to a relationship, they now change the password because now the new girl has to have the password, or the new guy has to have the password, so they can't have your ex using their password because now their new boo can't use it. So they changed the password, and that's how you know that it's time to move on.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you're looking at it the opposite way. I'm looking at it as a way to announce your leaving the situation by changing the password.
You just change it, all of a sudden you come home.
Yeah, and you can't log into Netflix, and why?
Hey, babe, why is the password different? And just
and why are there some bags by the door?
And in all the ways that people ghost each other these days. I mean, that's
actually a whole other thing.
That would actually be more.
Oh my God! Okay, you gave me my own segue lead up here. Okay, dating.
Is that why we brought back the podcast?
Yeah.
So you can finally reach all those girls who don't respond to your calls and emails and texts.
And email me. Angry
we're gonna have a lot of listeners if all the girls who ghosted you start listening to the podcast.
That'd be great. We'd have really high ratings.
We would be number one in the 18 to 20 demographic in the Northeast.
At least
in the Northeast. North America, actually.
Northeast. yeah. I don't do. It's global, baby. Yeah. It's global.
From the Mason-Dixon line up to the Arctic Circle.
You know who you are, Canada girl. You fucked up.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Time it in. It's season 2, episode 1. We have our first
angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Joe's gonna be emailing himself apparently. Why did you do it? And what's the Netflix password?
Yes, exactly.
I need to finish Bird Box.
I never got to see it because of her. It was on hers.
Yeah, see?
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, so...
Were you in ghosting? Is that the next...
Ghosting? No, well, online dating is horrible. You got lucky. I'm still doing it. And I gotta say...
This is the first time in podcast history that someone... Who
Speaking of which,
someone was told because they got married, they got lucky. I believe that's the first.
Yeah, well, he got lucky.
I believe
you did it. You did a Tinder wonder, and it worked for you.
Tinder wonder.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Swiperoo.
I'm on Tinder, Grindr, Fet Life, OK Cupid.
There's dating app for captains. There's the farmers. There's the farmer furries. Yeah, the furry chat room.
Fucking, I'm on every.
You're still on MySpace.
Yeah, I'm on MySpace.
I think MySpace actually was your best.
MySpace.
Your best.
My God.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're old enough to remember MySpace,
then you're not old enough to date Joe.
Then you're already past my limit age-wise. Oh my God. Well, okay.
That's how Joe does ID checks. It's like, well, this is
just a public announcement.
Okay.
Just say goodbye. Just let it go and say goodbye. Because if you ghost somebody, like, okay, this is legitimate. How many people probably have died and the other person doesn't know and they think they were ghosted? There's a lot of dudes out there that the girl that they were macking it with is dead and they don't know.
She's just dead from a heroin overdose somewhere, and he's just thinking.
She's like, she got kidnapped. She's in some dungeon somewhere at my house, and she didn't get back to the guy, and she ghosted me. Whatever, next girl. But meanwhile, there might be some girl dead there. Don't ghost. It's stupid. That was just my public service announcement. That's all I have. I'm useless.
So apparently, BuzzFeed asked a bunch of people why they've ghosted someone they dated.
Oh, there's a list for this? Is there an explanation?
So a straight man aged 25 to 34 said after 3 good dates and sex, didn't finish the conversation due to high anxiety levels and couldn't articulate why I didn't want to see her anymore. So he just ghosted her.
But that makes no sense. I don't know. I don't get it.
Straight woman, aged 25 to 34.
List.
I was literally BF and GF with this guy who was like 8 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
He was in the Navy, and when he left for sea, and I figured I didn't miss him much as I thought I would have. When he texted me after 3 months working under the sea.
Under the sea. Copyright strike. Continue.
I was like, how do you think this is going to work? He's like, yeah, of course. I just never texted back, and he never sent another message. Now I've met someone else, but we've never officially broken up. So I guess I have 2 boyfriends.
Wait. I missed the story. This is a girl or a guy?
She had a girl. She had a boyfriend. He went to the Navy for 3 months.
Oh, I thought this was a gay guy with 2.
He came back, and he was like, hey, what's up? And she would just never responded. But now she has a new boyfriend. So technically, she has 2 boyfriends.
Well, that's another reason why not to ghost someone. Ghosting is stupid. The whole dating thing. Oh my God. Listen, there's somebody out there for everybody. But
do you think do you want the options? Isn't that like? I do love the options. Isn't that why?
I really do.
Isn't that why people do the ghosting? Isn't the ghosting because you don't?
It's just because the other person was better, and then you're like, eh.
No, yeah, but what if even the new person doesn't?
I don't ghost the girl. I tell her, listen. Sorry,
but now you can't change your mind.
Oh, okay. So it's for fickle people.
Yes.
Who can't make.
Yes.
So they can't commit
in a
relationship, and they can't commit out of the relationship.
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
So you know.
Them.
So let's say you meet someone in October, and you go out a few times.
Yeah.
And now you don't think you want to see him anymore, but you know what? Winter is coming, right? And you know.
That winter bush is going to fill in.
And in winter, it's a little harder to date, you know, because but you know, you're not gonna have a first date in your apartment, Netflix and chill. So you ghost the girl.
Well, why wouldn't you just keep them on
the
hook?
The end of October, and then you bring them back in December.
I don't know. I think that's stupid. I still don't agree with even keeping them on the hook. There's too much that can happen in between that time.
I don't know.
I violently leave people. I am just like, fuck you. I
mean, we ghosted our audience for 13 years.
Wait a second, we did,
and now we just came back. So
we changed our minds. Hi, how are you?
Hey, looking good. Yeah,
you want Netflix and chill?
Crazy story, actually.
I know this good movie, Bird Box.
So what happened was, no, you'll never believe it, right? So me and my friend were driving blindfolded, and we crashed, and we were in a coma for 13 years.
Yeah, then we went on a cruise, and we jumped off the.
And then my balls were in a straight jacket or in a sling. My balls were in a sling.
Balls were in a sling.
And we got out of the coma, and now we're in the radio show again. So we never actually left.
We
never ghosted.
Left. We were actually always your boyfriends.
Yeah, we were. We were always the whole time, man.
And on that note, I think it's a good place as any to leave it.
Yes, we are back.
We are fucking.
We're
back.
happy to be back.
We're back and better than ever.
We're gonna see if we can tiptoe the tightrope. That is humor in 2019.
Yeah. Oh.
And
listen, we'll be as bad as we can, but
we'll be as bad as we can be.
And when we do offend you, because I really hope we will.
Oh, what do they do then, Joe?
They have to.
Do they send an email?
At angryhatemail@gmail.com.
Ooh, I can't wait to see the pro ghosters. Sending their
we're gonna get ghosted
halfway through their email. It's gonna stop. I was listening to your podcast and I
ellipses points dot.
Yeah, and it's just they send it off to you and you just you try to respond. You get one of these email addresses doesn't exist anymore. Like, oh my god, wow! Even our people who hate us ghost us. Man, Joe, you really have that effect on people.
Well, all right.
Well, unless I ghost Joe, we will be back for season 2, episode 2.
Ghost you while you're next to
me.
We
will see you soon. Thanks for sticking with us and waiting by the window for 13 years
in the bushes.
That's right.
Bye.